Hey guys, Monkey here, and I'm here today to review Transformers Studio Series 86 Commander Class. Goodness. Alright, sorry, camera's bugging out there. Commander Class Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus here is, he's our very first Commander Class Studio Series figure. He is from the 86 line and is very, very accurate in his alt mode to that design, as you can see here. Ultra Magnus served the role as Autobot City Commander in his, in his debut in the 86 movie, back released in, 1986. Ultra Magnus is a white cabbed, blue trailer car carrier. I'm not sure what the specific name for this type of truck is, but I am aware that people do call it car carriers. That actually might be the name for it, I'm not sure. But yeah, Ultra Magnus is quite a large lad. I'll get into his size in just a moment. But first, we need to go into his accessories. With his accessories being a large blaster made out of clear plastic and molded with white plastic as well. A smaller gun for this guy, also casted out of clear and white plastic. And these guns have like a nice silver pinkish tint, or not tint, but color to them. I like it a lot. It's nice. Along with that, we also have 2 missile pods, along with a removable missile head. And both can do this. Along with that, we have some blast effects. 3 of them, to be specific. Or 3 of these points, to be specific. And then smaller iterations of contact and release blasts, as you can see here. Ultra Magnus has got to be one of the biggest Transformers I have owned, within, not being a combiner, and also within the recent years. Ultra Magnus is one of the biggest that I've come across, only being beaten out by the HasLab Deathsaurus. But yeah, let's put these missile pods on right here, as this is how it should be on him. Blasters, you don't really have anywhere to store them. You could plug them on the side, but it doesn't really look good. So yeah, let's show off his car carrying feature. You come over to the back, pull down these 2 door pieces here. And would Ratchet fit? No, the light bar won't let him. Alright. Well, Ratchet can go up here then. And then we could put Brawn here into Ultra Magnus. You could also just, put him in the side if you don't want to put the doors down. I don't blame you. That's usually what I do. But yeah, you can store them on top and inside Ultra Magnus's trailer. Now let's just, release Brawn. There we go. Now for size comparison, let's straighten that out. We have Leader Class Sludge to compare with Magnus here. Voyager Class Starscream. Voyager Class Ratchet, and Deluxe Class Brawn. As you can see, this is how they scale. And now with that, we get to show you something called disconnecting him from the trailer. I just need to get this, there we go, it needs to be in the middle, and then you can just pull outward. Let's make sure everything up here is connected. Straighten everything here out, like so. And now we have his cab by itself. Ultra Magnus's cab is actually really well made. Very hollow though, but still very well made. The white plastic that they use is different colors in certain lightings though, so that's a bit odd. He has pinned wheels actually, and this goes for the trailer as well. They're all pinned, so rolls really nice. Let's see. No, I do not have Optimus Prime next to me. That's not good. I was going to do comparison with the cabs, but I can't do that. So, let's go back into size comparison with Magnus's cab compared to Ratchet, his cab compared to Brawn, his cab compared to Sludge, and his cab compared to Starscream. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Sludge just not snapped, but his head disattached. Or not disattached, disconnected. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's just put those back together. And now we can start transformation. First thing you want to do is remove the missile pods here. Come to the back and untab the arms from the cab. Not cab, trailer. Then you want to slide these forward and push these little pieces down. These pieces right here connect to these tabs on his forearms. But yeah, we push those in, and yeah. Then you want to rotate his arms upward so it's all the way over here. Disconnect the side panels here and flip in these. Then flip up his shins, maybe? I want to say they're shins. But yeah, then you just push these in. Untap his legs. Then move the knee up. Like so. Want to go in and untap the wheels and push them in. Same thing for the other side. Then flip up his crotch plate here. Untab his arms. Then you want to rotate this red piece right here. Like so. Rotate that around. Push out this piece from the back. Whew, damn. Then you want to you want to go underneath his arm first. Then flip up this panel underneath. Tabs them in. Push this piece in right here. And then rotate it in, like so. Untab these blue forearm guards, kinda. Then hinge it upward, like so. Then go back under and close it. Now you just do the same thing for the other arm. Oh, goodness. Flip this up. Push this piece in. Flip these parts down. Oh, right. You also want to flip these out to the side. Untab the arm. Put those there. Now you want to flip these forward, but not all. Well, actually, you want to do it all the way first. So you can just accordion his entire arm back into itself. Now you can pull these back outwards, like so. Because now we get to the cab. You're going to want to untab the sides from each other. Going to want to push in these wheels and collapse the entire front of the cab, like so. You bring it around, then close it. Then you want to pull out these red side pieces, then flip up this back piece to tab in. Now you just, boom, push that down. Straighten out push the head through. And then, want to make sure everything's together. Oh, right. Then you also want to push in these wheel pieces. Now you can push this all down. Connect his arms to the sides. Oh my goodness. I forgot how annoying this is to actually record transforming him. You want to tab this part down. Fold in the smokestacks. Get these tabs into these slots here. Put them together. Then these slot into this tab. Like so. And now you just pull up the head. And for the final bit, grab his missile pods and push. God. It is hot in here. Sorry. Then you want to grab these missile pods and put them into his shoulders. And just like that, we have... I wonder. No, I can't do that. Alright, give me just a moment. Alright, and this here is 86 Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus is, obviously by his absolutely massive scale, a commander class. And he is probably one of my most favorites in my collection overall. Not only to his gimmicks, such as the opening Matrix chamber, or the fact that you can literally pull him apart at his major limbs, like the... my God! Like his shoulders and down at his thigh. But also because he has articulated hands, along with a separate pointer finger, so he can finger your mother. I'm just kidding. But yeah. Well, with that, he also, has some lovely sculpting detail, along with a very show and movie accurate back design, with every bit of silver panel, or not silver paneling, with the red paneling and silver printed detail. Would it be paint or print? Because it's like a printing-esque machine that gets it. Or is it a person that paints it? Or does it... I'm not going to question it. It's not worth it. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you watch my unboxing, then you already know this. But if you're new here, his antennas, they came separate and were like this. My guess it's so they can prevent the box and his size just from damaging the antennas while being shipped. So yeah, it was packed in the accessory bag with everything else. But yeah, Ultra Magnus has a lot of lovely details, so let's get into that first. Ultra Magnus has a lovely visor and kind of glasses designed with this lovely clear plastic piece painted with painted a very nice light shade of blue. And if you go to the back of the head, you can see that it is... Sorry, the camera is shaking a bit. I don't like that. But as you can see, it is a clear plastic piece in the back, like so. I can see you. But yeah. Along with that, we also have this very lovely, just sculpted head and lovely sculpted head and face, along with just all this lovely detail to it. Man, the clear plastic looks really nice on camera. My God, I'm liking that a lot. Along with that, we also have this lovely torso. My God. We have this lovely torso design. Oh, there goes a missile pod. Lovely. The figure's great. Mine just doesn't have the greatest tolerance when it comes to like these staying in. They like to fall out. That and the hole's a bit shallow, so it doesn't stay in the greatest. But yeah, back to the torso. Let's move his arms up. Oh yeah, there's no like thing in the middle, so it just looks like this. It's not the greatest, but I don't mind it. But yeah, we open the inside, and these are spring-loaded. As you can see the spring and how it's applying like force to it, so it springs it forward. And with that, we have this lovely painted section inside him. It uses not a chrome, but a silver light blue kind of color scheme inside, along with just bits of silver on the doors, the center. Then, Jesus. My little sister's yelling at my grandpa. You gotta love that. But yeah, you can remove the matrix like so. And that reveals more detail along with the white pegs helping to hold it in. Along with the little port right in there that helps keep the matrix in. The matrix is actually a repaint of Galvatron's matrix, which is the only way why it's staying in there in the center, because that's a little 5mm peg that's barely connecting to this, but still good enough for it to stay in there. But as you can see, the matrix is very focus. There you go. Is a very like milky white color on the ends, along with the way with the way it looks overall. It's very odd. But it's because of the clear plastic it's made out of. It's not a solid plastic. It's every matrix isn't a solid plastic. It's clear plastic, which is how they get like the translucent looking colors in it. But yeah, with this one we have a translucent white plastic with a nice light blue paint, and I want to say it's more of a bronze or copper instead of a gold for the shiny royal looking colors around it. Now we just close that back up. This tab right here goes into this slot, which is how it's all staying in there like that. Ultra Magnus also has these lovely designed shoulders, obviously going off of how he looked in the show and cartoon, but I'm just gonna say it looks wonderful. Downside is if you try to move the arms back, it moves this entire section back. So if you're going to move his arm, either have your hand on it like this and don't move it like this. So like just kind of move from the shoulder joint. But do be careful because you could risk snapping it. I don't think I've heard any reports of it snapping, but it's still a risk that you want to be careful of. It's best to be safe than sorry, or better safe than sorry. His shoulders are also different pieces. As you can see, we have this... I forgot that's been chipping. We have this Autobot logo and very smooth side. Then we have this, like, a vent here. These are different from each other. Let's see, what else is different from each other? I think this is, like, the only part of it that's, like, just two different pieces. Everything else looks like its other side, so yeah. Along with that, let's get into the feature. You want to swing his arm out, then just push it out. These use extremely similar, if not the exact same, design as the combiner ports and pegs from Combiner Wars and the Legacy Menasor, which I don't mind at all. I do like it. It's reusing older designs and ideas. I like it a lot. But yeah, that's how you remove the arms. So now we go down to the legs. Flip this skirt up. Untab that just to be sure. Then you pull the legs out. And if you guys do plan on buying Ultra Magnus, these parts are facing this way with the mushroom peg this way. I suggest if you can get the leg off, just to rotate this way. So when you remove his leg for the gimmick, this piece won't come off with it. Instead, it'll be inside here, so it won't come off. Because a lot of the time for me, whenever I use the gimmick, his thigh would have a habit of this piece coming off. So yeah, best to rotate it around so that doesn't happen for you at all. But yeah, now we just grab the arm, and we put that back in. I'm going to pause the video for a few minutes, but for you guys, it'll just be a second. I'm going to transform the others, do size comparisons. Then we'll get into how he looks with his accessories and his articulation. But yeah, see you in a moment. Alright, we got our figures for our size comparison, and we'll go from biggest to smallest. So first of all, we got 86 Snarl compared to Ultra Magnus, and as you can see, Snarl's head just makes it to the shoulder, just barely reaching Magnus's head. On the other side, we'll have 86 Starscream reaching to Magnus right here. Oh, 1 second. As you can see, Starscream is right at his waist, and then we get Ratchet, and bam, you can barely even see his forehead. And finally, Brawn, which was here the entire time. He's just very fucking short. As you can see, Magnus is absolutely massive. Oh goodness, camera's tilting back a bit. There you go. Let's just grab these fellas, put them off to the side. And now we get into his accessories. His accessories being, give me just a moment, his weapons with this little pea shooter that looks very nice. I don't even really think it's a blaster. I think that he used this as more like a repair, like a welder more, didn't he? I'd say. I haven't watched the movie in a while. I swear he used a gun like this as more of a welder, though. Then, on the other hand, we also have... Oh yeah, his arm has, like... It's a bit too heavy, so, yeah. And then we have his actual blaster. Let's just get him to, like, a pose or something. Let's say, for a guy as big as Magnus is, he really does pose a lot. Or he can pose really well. But yeah, as you can see, Ultra Magnus and his two guns. Luckily, unlike his alt mode, he does have storage for these things in his robot mode. So, let's just grab these and turn to his back. On his butt flap, you can actually store the big gun right here. Then you can take the little repair blaster and peg it in right there. And the only way you can do that is because both guns have pegs like these. I prefer having the blaster like this, so it can appear as kind of like an antenna, so he can, communicate to base. But yeah, along with that, we also have his blast effects. So if we pull the missile out, for example, let's grab these two. This hole in there, so let's just plug that in. Bam. Have a missile pod launching out. Or you could put these in as blasters. And, oh my god, is that Decepticon? Oh, is he surrendering? Well, fuck that. Just shoot him down. But yeah. Ultra Magnus, with his accessories, can store well. We can do this, put that one there, because why not? This one can't go anywhere. Oh, wait, actually it can. Let's see how stupid Magnus looks now with all this. His mind is actually fucking blown. Damn. But yeah, let's pull these off. Remove the blasters, as they do barely, but still do hinder his articulation. So now, before we end the video, articulation time! Yippee! His head's on a ball joint, so it can look up that far, down that far, and due to his head also being on a hinge, it can look up that far. Tilt side to side. Not much, but still enough. Full 360, and his head can kind of bob back and forth, like so. If he's listening to good music. Head bob. Arms can go up or out that far, just barely under 90 degrees. It is so close to hitting 90, but it's just barely missing it. But if you fold these in, then it hits a perfect 90. But, you know, not how he works, so yeah. Come on, fold down. There we go. You know, if you count this as articulation, you could do this, or you could do this and just give him stupidly long arms for absolutely... Oh, there goes my emotional support pickle. Yay, look at that. Both of his arms came off, so now he can't hang on to my, the black camera. Yep, there he goes. Okay, lovely. Gonna have to re-glue that. Sorry, that was not part of the video. Just something that really irritated me now. Let's fold this back down, put that up, and now we can get back into articulation. Arm can go full 360 on a ratchet. He has a bicep swivel, like so. Arm can bend a perfect 90 because his arms have a little cutout here to prevent it from colliding with this hinge right here. As you guys can see, it fits in there almost perfectly to prevent the two pieces from clashing. His hand is on a swivel, and his fingers are articulated, with his pointer finger being on 2 digits, one bending there and the other bending here. So, you know, he can do the thing. 1 second. There we go. I'm so immature because I'm doing this now. But yeah, and his other fingers work just like his pointer finger, just, you know, connected. And like that, we also have a waist swivel, a full 360 as well, which is actually very nice. If we move the butt flap up, legs can go back that far, forward that far. But that will also untab his crotch guard looking thing. So if you don't want that to untab, his legs can only go out that far. His side skirts can go up this far, meaning that his legs can go out that far, meaning he can do the splits, and his crotch will touch the ground, meaning that this is a full split he can do. His legs are on a thigh swivel. It won't go all the way because if it does, then it just goes like almost the complete way off. Knees bend that far and like so, but it will untab the legs. So officially, without untabbing the knee, it will bend only that far. Ankle pivot can go down that far, which is still enough to a point where you can still get a decent pose like that. There is no wiggle in the toe, it's just one solid hollow piece. I do not mind though, because this just means that all that plastic goes into this guy's size. And, you know, since I already did mention this, but it will still kind of count as articulation. This is on a hinge, these are on spring-loaded hinges, and yeah. I believe that is it for today's video. Sorry with like all the camera moving and stuff. I want the video to have a high quality and like more graphic and with how it looks. And if I go in a further range where it will fit this entire guy, the camera quality will look like shit. So when it goes to Deathosaurus's review, I will have to do the full, like all the way out, so the quality won't look that great. For a heads up for you guys. But with that out of the way, this is Magnus. And that will conclude today's video. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share with your friends that you think might enjoy this video, and any others like it. And if you guys did enjoy this video, do consider checking out the others. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would, or I would really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Ultra Magnus to the side. Whoop, I'm just kidding, I'm not going to do that. Too much money. But yeah, see you guys next video. See ya, monkeys. Bye.